Alright guys, Josh Skinner here again, LingKongJing.com, UncagedFighter.com, and UncagedFitness.net. I am at Raja Academy of Martial Arts here in Greenville, South Carolina. We're going to continue with our Ling Kong Jing training series. Last time we went over the two basic stances for empty force A and empty force B. Both training methods start off with those two fundamental stances, the hands resting on the leg posture and the high embrace posture. So we're actually going to continue with empty force A training. Paul Dong and my instructors as well always described empty force A training as being kind of a, when it came to projection of the chi, right? It was more of a gross force, more of a large, a pushing type force, right? And that was what empty force A training sought to develop, as opposed to empty force B, which was more of a more narrowly defined force, a sharper type of chi projection. I guess the comparison would be empty force A would be like throwing a punch, and empty force B would be like striking a pressure point. So that would be kind of the two differences, and that's what the differences of training, that's where the training methods kind of diverge. So say what you want about chi or whatever. This is the training as it was presented to me, and so that's how I'm going to present it to you guys, and I will let you do with it as you will. So once you had been training the first two stances for a significant period of time, I think the minimum was 2 years, 2 years of daily standing meditation training as well as seated meditation training. So you would stand in position 1, so hands resting on the leg posture for 30 minutes. You would move to standing in the high embrace for 30 minutes. And then you would do seated meditation for time and a half, or for an additional hour and a half. So that comes to about 2.5 hours worth of total training time of standing and seated meditation. You do that daily for 2 years, and then you are supposed to start this next training. I probably started it about a year into my Ling Kong Jing training. Charles Dragoo, my instructor, encouraged me to kind of start things early, so I started a little bit early. I spoke last time on the video how I feel like 2.5 hours of seated and standing meditation is ridiculous. That's a ridiculous amount of time. But that's my personal opinion. I don't spend that much time standing. I spend, max on any day standing is 20 minutes. And that's if I, really have nothing else to do that day. So typically it's about 10, 15 minutes worth of total standing a day. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get to the actual exercises. Okay, so you have your first two stances. All right. Now that we're assuming that you've done you've fulfilled the requisite training. The 2 years of 2.5 hours worth of standing and seated meditation a day. Now you're ready to move on. You're given a third stance. Okay. This is a posture that is going to prepare you to project. And projection is the Ling Kong Jing term for extending chi away from your body for healing or martial purposes. So this is the preparatory stance for projecting chi. Now everything is very similar leg and spine wise to the other stances. So your feet are fairly wide, right? Got my butt tucked in a little bit, flat spine, shoulders slightly rounded. I've got that string pulling the crown of my head up and stretching my spine. Again, shoulders kind of rounded. So we're achieving that flat back position. Knees are bent, feet slightly gripping, slightly twisted. We're establishing a good firm root, right? I'm not leaning back, I'm not leaning forward. Weight evenly distributed, right? But instead of having my hands here or here for the high embrace, we're just going to kind of extend them out, almost like I'm trying to make like a big letter A with my arms. Everything else is the same. I've got my cotton balls. I've got my golf balls under my armpits, keeping them nice and open, shoulders relaxed, tongue is in the roof of my mouth. I'm going to continue with Buddhist style breathing. So Buddhist style, if you remember, if you look back at the other videos, it's as I inhale, my lower abdomen expands, and as I exhale, I draw my abdomen back and I allow my abdomen to return to its normal resting position. Okay. And you'll just sit here. Now, traditionally, the traditional methodology is to sit here and to meditate in this posture for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay? So we're here from the side. Looks like this. My feet are like, ugh, hips are all out of alignment today. Okay? I'm here. And I'll meditate in that position for 5 minutes. Now, once that 5 minutes is over, you were to commence with with 2 different exercises. And these are actual projection exercises. These are visualization exercises in which you are to visualize your chi, your internal energy, leaving your body. You're going to be, for lack of a better word, you're going to be firing your chi either into the earth or into the sky. So you start off, you're from the prepare to project posture, right? You're right here, your 5 minutes is up, all right? And I'm going to slowly start moving my hands up and down, all right? And each time I extend my fingers downward, I imagine as though I'm projecting chi out of my fingers and into the earth. So, project chi into the earth, project into the earth. Now, how you envision, how you visualize it going into the earth is left a little bit up to you as far as the way that I was taught. In the book, in the Empty Force book, Paul Jong actually uses the term chi bullets. I'm not making that up. You can go look at the book. He actually uses the term chi bullets. So, so that's how you want to do it. You can imagine lightning bolts. I don't care what you imagine. If you're going to do this exercise, which I'll note, I have not done this exercise since I was a teenager. So take that for what it's worth. I can fire my chi bullets into the ground. Now notice I'm kind of rocking just a little bit with my feet. I will say this, just as kind of a standalone movement Qigong breathing exercise without the visualization, this is actually not too shabby for getting some movement in the hips and in the armpit area, which can actually kind of stimulate some of your lymph nodes in those particular areas. So if you're kind of feeling a little sick, this actually is a pretty decent exercise. You're not feeling too great, you don't feel like doing a full workout, but you want to get up and do something, kind of help stimulate the movement, the lymph in your system. Maybe help move along the healing process a little bit. Actually, not too bad of an exercise. As far as giving you superpowers, who knows, right? So, but again, this is what it looks like. Up and down. Shooting my chi bullets. And at this point, you do this enough, your power level will be over 9,000. And you do several repetitions. As far as I know, there's no hard and fast rules of how many repetitions you can do. So, feel free to just shoot as many chi bullets into the earth as you'd like. Next exercise, same position. I'm actually going to be firing into the sky for this one, okay? And it's kind of a similar motion. And again, You can see my sweaty armpits. Just got done with a light warm up. And again, the same visualization. Every time the hand goes out, I'm projecting chi from my body outward and into wherever I'm making eye contact. Well, not where I'm making eye contact. Technically, I was told to project through wherever I'm making eye contact. So, again, take that for what it's worth. So those are the exercises. So you have the prepare to project postures and the projecting to the earth and the sky exercises. You know, I'll have my email address in the description below. If you want to, we're going to continue on. I'm going to be, for the next few weeks or so, we'll be making more and more videos. We're going to publish the entirety of the Paul Dong Yi Xuan Ling Peng Jing system as I was taught via Richard Mooney and Charles Dragoo. So, you know, if you like this video, give it a like. If you don't like this video, go fuck yourself. And, you know, if you're looking forward to more videos, go ahead and subscribe. Looking forward to it. And, you know, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I'm always looking forward to the wonderful, lucid, very thoughtful YouTube comments, especially when it comes to this topic. So, yeah, awesome. Great, guys. Thanks a bunch. Have a good one.